Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So today in this video I would like to tell you guys about the main topics of Islamic study methodology. And before that, let me introduce myself. So my name is Aulia Rahmawati and my student number is 205240002. Okay, first let's talk about Islamic studies methodology. So the word methodology means the study of methods or ways to learn something. Meanwhile, Islamic study means learning about Islam, including its teaching, history, culture, civilization, and the life of Muslim. So Islamic study methodology is the study of the best method to understand Islam correctly. It teaches us how to study Islam in systematic, objective, and scientific way. This subject is very important because Islam is a complete religion. It has many sources of knowledge, especially the Quran and Hadith. If we study them without the correct method, we may misunderstand their meanings. So for these reasons, scholars use different methods to explain Islamic teaching. These methods help us understand the original message of Islam and apply it correctly in our daily life. Okay, now let's discuss the history of Islamic study. The Islamic studies began during the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad SAW. At the time, Muslims learned directly from the Prophet. He through the Quran explained its meaning and showed people how to practice Islam in everyday life. So after the Prophet passed away, his companions continued teaching Islam, and then they spread Islamic knowledge to different regions such as Arabic, and then Persia, and then later Europe and Asia. As Islam continued to grow, many Muslim scholars developed different range of Islamic knowledge. Some studies the Quran, while others focus on Hadith, Islamic law, theology, philosophy, and then history. And then during the Abbasid period, Islamic civilization reached a golden age. Many famous scholars wrote books that are still studied until today. And then today, Islamic study are taught in many universities around the world. Students study Islam using different academic approach, including history, sociology, anthropology, politics, and education, and then the last one is economic. And then this show that Islam study continue to develop and remain important in modern education. And then the next topic is religion in human life. So religion plays an important role in people's life. It gives guidance and hope and purpose. For Muslim, Islam teaches how to worship Allah and how to become good humans. Being. And then it teaches honesty, kindness, patience, responsibility, respect, and helping others. Religions also teaches people to care about their families, neighbor, and society. Besides, spiritual religions also gives important emotional supports. When people face problems or difficulties, religion can give them strength, hope, and peace. In Islam, religion is not only about praying or fasting. It also teaches Muslims how to study, work, and do business, or protect the environment, and also build the good relationship with other people. Okay, now let's learn about the characteristic and dimension of Islam. Islam has several important characteristics. The first is universal. It is for everyone, regardless of race, nationality, language, or social status. And then the second one is Islam is a complete. So it covers every part of life, including worship, education, and then family, business, and also politics, and then social life. And the third is Islam teaches balance. So Muslims should balance their spiritual life and worldly life. They should work hard for success in this world and then preparing for the hereafter. Another important characteristic is that Islam is a religion of peace, justice, mercy, and compassion. And Islam also has three main dimensions. The first one is Aqidah. So this is which means faith and belief in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, and the day of judgment and divine decree. And then the second is Sharia, which just means Islamic rules and laws. These rules guide Muslim in worship and daily activities. And then the third is Akhlaq, which means a good character. So Islam teaches Muslims to be honest, respectful, patient, generous, and responsible. These three dimensions work together to help Muslims become better individuals and members of society. Okay, next is models of tafsir research. So tafsir research help us understand the meaning of the Quran. There are several methods or models. The first one is Tahlil method. This is explain the Quran verse by verse. And then the second is the Ijmali method. This is give a short explanation. And then the third is Mauduhi method. This is study one topic by collecting related verse. And then the last one is Mukaran method. This is compares different interpretation from scholars. So this method help us understand the Quran more clearly. Okay, the next material is models of Hadith research. So the Hadith research studies the sayings and then actions of Prophet Muhammad SAW. So researchers study the sanad, which is the chain of narrators. They also study the matan, which is the content of the hadith. And then this process helps scholars know whether a hadith is authentic and can be used as quidditch. Okay, next material is Ijtihad as a search and method of Islamic study. So Ijtihad refers to the intellectual effort made by qualified scholars to drive Islamic rulings for issues that are not explicitly mentioned in the Quran or Hadith. As a society change, new issues continue to emerge, including artificial intelligence, digital finance, biotechnology, environmental challenge, and then medical ethics. Through Ijtihad, Islamic scholars provide solutions based on Islamic principles while considering contemporary realistic. So therefore, Ijtihad demonstrates that Islam remains dynamic and relevant in every era. And then the next material is Islam in the era of globalization. So globalization has significantly influenced Muslim society, and on the positive side, technology has made Islam education, communication, and then dakwah more accessibility worldwide. And then Muslim can easily access Islamic knowledge through books, online courses, and then social media. However, globalization also presents challenges such as cultural influence, misinformation, consumerism, and then moral decline, and then also religious extremism. Therefore, Muslims should benefit from the globalization while maintaining Islamic value and critical thinking. Okay, the next is contemporary Islamic dynamic. So contemporary Islamic studies discuss how Islam responds to modern issues. Some important topics include religious moderation, democracy, human rights, gender equality, environmental sustainable, and then Islamic economy, digital technology, and artificial intelligence. Muslim scholars continue to interpret Islamic teaching in ways that remain faithful to the Quran and Sunnah while addressing the needs of modern society. So this show that Islam is a living religion capable of responding to changing times. And then the last material is areas of Islam studies. So finally, Islamic study covers many academic fields. This include first is Quranic study and tafsir, hadith study, Islamic law and useful al-fiqh, and then akidah, and then Islamic theology, Sufism, Islamic history and civilization, Islamic education, Islamic economic and then finance, Islamic philosophy, contemporary Islamic thought, and then interdisciplinary Islamic study including sociology, anthropology, politics, communication, and then cultural study. So the diversity of these fields demonstrate that Islam can be studied from many different perspectives while maintaining its core teachings. So in conclusion, Islamic study methodology provides the appropriate method for understanding Islamic in a systematic, scientific, and comprehensive way. By studying the history of Islamic scholarship, the characteristic of Islamic teaching, research methodology, Quranic and Hadith study, ijtihad, globalization, contemporary issue, and then the various area of Islamic study, we gain a broader understanding of Islam as a both religion and academic discipline. And as a student, we should continue learning with open minds while remaining committed to the authentic teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah. And then I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.